And welcome to another Dollar Tree Train collab. This is our fall into Halloween collab where all of our collaborators could pick Halloween, fall, a little of both, whatever they choose. My name is Tracy. Miss Jackie Russell puts us together, so she is the conductor of our train. And we also have a very special person who does a lot of the photography. So the Dollar Tree, so a great friend to all of us is Michelle from Wavy Like the Ocean, and she takes a lot of pictures at her local Dollar Tree. So she allows us to use those in the ad that you see, because sometimes when I go, there's a little bit of Halloween, not a lot, or a little bit of fall, not a lot. But where she is, she must have a great store, because there was a lot of photos she could send us. There were only a handful. There was only like 2 aisles, but it's a smaller Dollar Tree that I go to. So Michelle from Wavy Like the Ocean, big shout out to you for all your support, not only to each of the collaborators, but to me in being able to get that ad intro done. All right, so we had to pick 10 items. I'm going to be honest, I'm doing something a little bit different. Oh, who's in the collab? Look at that intro, because I'm going to forget if I try to tick off the names and it takes a long time. There is a subscriber give back. Each channel is having their own subscriber give back. We'll each have our own either secret word or whatever it is. You can only win from one channel. I do a Dollar Tree gift card so that you can go out and get stuff for whatever season is next or whatever you would like. Everybody does something different, so check out the rules down below. But let me get into this. So we're each supposed to pick 10 items and then show you our haul, and then you rate us from 1 to 10, basically 1, or actually 0 being I like none of the items, 10 being I love everything. And I probably have more than 10, but they're like items, so I'm going to count them as less than 10, and you're going to see why in a minute. The rating is just, I'm all over the place, aren't I? The rating is just for fun. So it's not like there's a winner, there's a loser. You could rate me a 10 and somebody else a 10. It doesn't matter. It's not like you have to rate each of us a unique number. And again, that's just for fun. I don't have you say a secret word. What I have you say is that you are subscribed to everybody and have commented on everybody's video. So those are the 2 big rules. You must be publicly subscribed to everybody in the collab, and you must comment on everybody's video, even if it's just a heart emoji or a pumpkin emoji or a fall leaf emoji, whatever's for you. All right, so I love Halloween, I love fall, I love Halloween, and I wanted to put together a cool Halloween craft for you, because I do these things and I thought, you know what, it would be fun to do it on camera for this collab. So our videos are supposed to be about 15 minutes, but mine is going to be maybe a little bit longer. I'm not sure. All right, almost everything I got was either $1.25, $1.50. There was one $3 item. So I have like all these different flowers and leaves. I have this pumpkin stem. I have some garland. This is actually like a little clip thing, but I'm going to clip this to the side. They had a really pretty one, but I just couldn't find the flowers to go with it. And then I have some bats and some spiders, which I may or may not use. I'm not really sure. Now, if you want to do the craft at home, you will need a glue gun, because that's going to make everything stick right where you want it to. So here is that base. It has a cute little raven on it. And here is a charger plate. Now the charger plate has a red dot on it, so I may have paid $1.50 for this. This was their way of covering up the $1.25, and you were paying a little bit more, the $1.50, but the flowers definitely have the $1.25 price tag still on them. Now, my glue gun is by Monvict, Monvict. It came with glue sticks, and it also came with sparkly glue sticks, but I'm just going to use the plain ones for this. I don't know, I might swap out. We'll see. All right, so you're just going to put glue right on the base here. I feel like there's gold glitter glue already in here from the last time I used it. All right, and then you're just going to kind of center this. I'm going to do it upside down because I feel like I'm going to see better. And boom, you've got your nice charger plate with a little raven underneath. You could use a bowl. I did start off with a bowl and a plate, but then when I saw this, I was like, even better. That's so much better. All right, so we have that. So I'm going to start with the placement of this because this I can take on and off. So I just kind of want to see where I want to have that. As you can see, it's got some lift here, so I can fit things under it. And when I go to clip it back on later on, it's going to fit just perfect with everything. Got this garland here. Oh, I also have some lights. And these were, I think, $1.50. And they're little purple bats. Stuff is a mess. All right, I'm going to turn this back upside down, and I'm going to start gluing. Where can you see? You can see here. I'm going to start gluing this to the edge. Now, one thing to remember when you're working with a glue gun is the glue dries very quickly, which is why I did it in sections. And I just went along the thicker end here, glued all of that down, and then also just glued down a little bit of these extra branches. I do want them to fall some, but not too much. Now, also remember that this is very hot, so to press it down, you want to use the tip of the glue gun. All right, so here we have our base. So now I want to add some flowers on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these off of the stem so that I can kind of place them where I would like them. Now, in order to get these apart, I'm using some garden shears because there is wire in there, so they're going to be hard to cut if you're not using something that's heavy duty. If you have wire clippers, that works. If you don't do Halloween, you can certainly do something similar with fall colors, and maybe instead of this base, finding some other type of base or using a bowl underneath, using a fall set. I just love Halloween. Like this has this tiny little skull in here. It's got this skull, these flowers. This one had some fun colors. All right, and then this one has more of that purple, the skull. Ooh, should I do these? I'll do these next. Because I don't know that I'm going to use all of the flower sets. So far that's 2 flower sets. So that's 5 items right now. Then I am going to cut up these. That would be 6. Don't know if I'm going to use them or not. I'm going to cut them up. All right, so we have all of these great flowers, and we're just going to kind of figure out where we want them and how much we need to cut off of them. Yep. All right, so I've cut this down to this length, and then I'm going to actually put the glue right on here. And then I'm going to take the tip of that glue gun and just hold it down to kind of get it to stay in. And then we can even come around to the back of that flower and put a little dab of glue there, and then just use the flower itself to hold it down. What you want to try to do, I don't know if you can see, I'm getting it in between the twine stuff. Now, if it has leaves, the leaves here were further down, I'm just going to push them up. I think I'm going to throw in one of these pumpkins. And I'm just kind of gluing this right on the back there. that in. So now I'm going to go around and I'm just going to kind of glue some of the leaves onto the plate so that we don't have this sparseness on top. More skeleton right over here. Then we can come in with the whole bag of these for $1.25 or $1.50. Fill in some sparse holes with that. Maybe throw a couple of these little bats in there. A little shifty in there, a little purple shift. The same with these spiders. Then we have these lights here. But it will do. And then you can glue the back side of this to the bottom. All right, so here we go. And you can put anything you want. You can put a candy dish on here, whatever you want. You can just throw candy in here, put a candle or a couple of candles or battery operated candles in here, whatever you like. But you have a nice little decorative plate. And I'm going to put batteries in here and get you a little bit of video with the batteries on and the little bats lighting up. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to try to cut this down to be very quick, so hopefully it wasn't as long as it took me. It did take me about an hour to put this together, but that was also because I was trying to make sure you could see it. If I wasn't doing that, and hopefully you guys did see it, but if I wasn't doing that, it probably would have taken me a good 20-25 minutes just with all the cutting and gluing. All right, well, let me know your thoughts. How did I do? Scale of 0 to 10. Do you hate it? Do you love it? Are you somewhere in between? I think it turned out pretty cool. And I did not see this on Instagram or anything. I just kind of did this in my head, walking around there. Check out all the rules down below. And if you want to participate, again, make sure you publicly subscribe to everybody, comment on everybody's video, and follow all of the subscriber Giveback rules down below. And hopefully, we'll see you soon.